Hey guys. Alright, so in this video, we're going to do a day 5 update to the Armour Stacker in 3.26. So right now I'm level 98 and almost going to be level 99 and basically just leveling purely in Simulacrum. And in this video we're going to go over a change I did to my gearing. You can see we have quite a lot more energy shield now. And with this setup, we're pretty much never going to die in Simulacrum unless we stand on the Lightning degen, and that doesn't really happen that often anyways. So we'll cover that. I'll show you how to craft the helmet, and then we're also going to do a Wave 30 Simulacrum because there was a patch actually just a few minutes ago that reduced the defenses of the mercenaries. So we'll see how my mercenary kind of performs. I did change some gear on him. We'll kind of go over that in a bit. And so far, all the way up to wave 14, I haven't really noticed a difference. Anyways, and then we'll also go over my MTX, I guess. We'll do that first because a lot of people ask about that. Alright, so let's check out what we are using. It's kind of hard to see here, but actually, yeah. Actually, wait. Let's first do the Simulacrum so we go back to the hideout. But pretty much, I noticed that nothing really has changed, at least for my current mercenary, and maybe it's a little bit different for the mercenaries using the Doriani gear, but I mean, you can see he pretty much, his HP bar isn't really moving at all. I mean, they're not even getting through his energy shield most of the time. And I guess when they do get through the energy shield, he has leech, he has like over 1,000 life regen. He has, what else does he have? He has 20% recoup. So, I mean, he's pretty tanky. And, yeah, quite a lot of sustain as well. So, overall, I don't know. I haven't noticed a difference. So, I think this might not really even affect, how would you say, your mercenaries that aren't using, like, Dorianis. Or maybe even Dorianis will be fine if you kind of build towards it, right? Anyways, so that's kind of wave 30. You can see Clear actually getting pretty good. Oh, we got Enlighten. What? Alright. Well, they're actually not that expensive. Okay, so let's go and check out the MTX. Alright, every time you record, you always get some good drops, guys. Alright, so this is the MTX. And so basically, spent a lot of time over the years buying a lot of these demigod MTXs. So I got like 2 swords that I usually use, but now that we're using a shield, I am only using one of the swords. So these demigod items are race rewards. You can kind of see the sword here was for the number 3 ascendant, hardcore ascendant in Atlas Invasion. And you can get these, I guess, if you did participate in the events, or you can buy them from players in standard. And then there's a chat command, I think it's called like convert race reward, that will change the item into a permanent MTX that you can use on all of your characters. And the reason why people like to use these is because the original items, if you go look on the wiki or on trade or whatever, they have size increase. Like, so this sword has 5% increased character size. The helmet has 10%. The rings are also, I think, 5%. So if we like take off, like, say, the rings, you can see that I'm getting like a little bit smaller, right? So that's why people kind of like these, and why they're so expensive is that, first of all, like, they're, I mean, obviously super rare. You can't get them anymore, and they do make your character very big. So I just bought the helmet. Helmet was about 45 mirrors in standard, so I spent a lot of time gathering all the currency and like leagues and that kind of stuff. And the next thing I need to get is the amulet, but the amulet is like 170 or I don't know, 200 mirrors or something like that. So I don't know if we'll be getting that anytime soon. But yeah, so that's the MTX. So we have the Demigod Sword. I'm using the Paladin weapon effect. The Divine Judgment unique finisher is probably the best finisher out there. Looks really cool. And then we have the Sanctum Wings. And we have the Demigod helmet with the Holy Eyes. So I'm kind of running the budget helmet because there is a alternate art helmet that has glowing eyes and it has like a little glow around the head. So I didn't that one was 75 mirrors. I didn't want to pay 75 mirrors because I also do want to save up for the amulet. So I got the cheap helmet, and so we have the transfigured version at home with the holy eyes. That kind of gives you the eye glow, right? Pretty much. Okay, and then we have the Aureate Halo, and I'm using the Vanishing Die on my body armor because, I mean, I don't know. I bought this because I wanted to hide the shield and see what it looked like, because I bought the other shield, this shield here, but this shield looks like pretty bad. Actually, it's not that bad now that I think about it. But you can like make your shield disappear. So I was thinking of doing that, but then ended up using it on the body armor because I think the Scion default body armor kind of looks pretty good when you're using it with the golden character effect. And I haven't really thought of what gloves I'm going to be using, so I guess we can kind of see. Oh, I can use Vanishing Die on the gloves too. But probably will end up using the Victorious Tier 1 set. I mean, that looks pretty good. Okay, so, and then we have the Demigod Rings, we have the Demigod Belt, and the Golden Character Effect. I don't know, this one's pretty cool. Makes you look like a statue. Some other ones, that one's pretty good. The Celestial one is okay as well. A little bit baity though, but it kind of helps to fix all of your gear. So like if you have different like mismatched colored gear, the Golden Character Effect kind of makes everything look like similar, right? So that is the MTX, and then I'm using the Divine Paladin boots, but I don't know, these aren't really that big. We have the Arcane Footprints, which aren't really big. Oh, this is pretty big though, the Shark Attack Rare Finisher. Definitely need this. Increase your Divine per hour by at least like, 50%. Then we have the Nightfall Cloud Pet. This guy's pretty cool. Sometimes he gets angry and starts shooting out lightning bolts. And then we have the Scourge Pet. Funny thing is there's this like Commander helmet. This thing, Legion Commander helmet. And with this helmet, this gives you a ability to summon a big version of this guy. So we can have like 2 of them. And if you go into a Scourge map with this guy that appears, you can have 3 of them. You can have like a big party of these guys. It's kind of fun. Okay, so that is the MTX. Oh, this is the new one. I haven't even looked at this, and it looks really bad. Okay, so go back to this one. Oh, I also do have this Demigod one. This actually looks pretty good because you get to see your character face, but we want to be a bit bigger, so using this. Okay, so that is the MTX, guys. Oh yeah, and the Jellyfish Portal effect. Okay, so let's go over the gear changes. Talk about the Mercenary. So the Mercenary, he's still using the same wand, the helmet, and this is all the same. I did give him the Soul Eater tech. So basically, you can use the the Coiling Whisper ring, and this in conjunction with the Asinus Gentle Touch gives Soul Eater on kill pretty much. And this works for you as well. So if you want to do this, try this out for your character. I'm using the Soul Ascension gloves, so don't really need to do this, but it's a way to get Soul Eater pretty much like permanently in maps. It's pretty cool. But using it on the Mercenary, and it's pretty fun. Also, these explosions, we get explosions now, and this is also working if you kill the target, because it says enemies killed near corpses affected by your curses explode. So if there is a curse that this guy has applied and we kill the enemy near that, they'll explode. So it's kind of nice. It explode at home. And then also, I don't know if this is actually really even good, but I thought it'd be cool we get even more explode on this Mercenary. Yeah, I mean, go check it out in a map, I guess, because he is pretty funny. Let's just do beach. Oh, crap. Not logged out. Okay, so I guess, okay. Well, at least that was a very quick DC. But let's just see. So, hope we didn't get rolled back too much. Is there anything weird on this? It has Fizz Reflect. Oh, he's probably going to kill himself. So let's just do it, make it a white map. So there's nothing really affecting it, so we can kind of see the Mercenary in action. Right now, in Simulacrum, he can clear, for me, up to wave 10. Although it's not as fast as if I did it, because he gets frozen and stunned and that kind of stuff, right? But in maps, like you see like this, I should have put my movement speed flask on, but he is like pretty good at clearing, I would say. Although sometimes he does kind of just like stop and do nothing. But, so I have pretty high hopes that this Mercenary, will, um, you know, eventually be able to do things for me. Let's try this expedition, maybe. Something like that, I guess. Oh, we have one more. Okay, how do we do this again? Alright. I haven't done expedition in such a long time. But maybe we'll give him some buffs. We'll give him some smite aura buffs and let him go to work. But yeah, this setup pretty fun, especially with the what do you call it? The gloves, right? The Asenath's gloves, he also gives you like temp chains and that kind of stuff. So, you know, pretty nice for defenses. I mean, if you didn't need any curses, you can always just give him increased curse limit, right? And then you can apply your own curses or get a corruption. Oh shit, Mana Cipher. Get a corruption. What does this guy have? We'll just take his gold. Wait, where'd you go? Alright. But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, pretty cool that this guy can actually just clear for me. It's mainly that we're just giving him tons of lightning damage from Wrath, and then I guess precision, and then the rest is just kind of defensive buffs that we're giving him. But anyways, so that is that, and let's go over the gear changes for my character, and that's mainly just crafting this rare helmet. So there's a couple of things to keep in mind, and previously I was using the Alpha's Howl that gives you +2 gems. This is pretty important because we do need the Pure Device to get to level 23, because that's like a breakpoint for the maximum cold resistance. And this is how we are actually hitting 90 max res. So we need to make sure this Pure Device gets to level 23, and if you're using Soul Ascension, there is currently none on the market with a +2 corruption, so you'll have to go do that yourself. Or if you're not using these, it's not that big of a deal. You can just use Shaper's Touch, and then you can just craft a pretty easy helmet. Just spam the Deafening Essence of Loathing. But if you are using Soul Ascension, then either what you have to do is you have to get a +2 unveil on your helmet, or probably maybe cheaper is you get a +2 on the shield and then put your Pure Device in the shield. So I decided I want to put it on the helmet, so we're going to go over how to craft this. It's pretty easy, but just to kind of show you guys, basically we'll just go definitely Essence of Loathing until we get good suffixes, right? And you probably want 1 resistance and then intelligence, right? So do something like this. Accuracy isn't bad either. So let's say we got this. All right, let's just settle on this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the Wild Bristle Matron, which basically does this pretty much, but for a little bit cheaper. And then we're going to use the Veiled Chaos Orb and unveil the AoE gems, right? It's just that easy, guys. And then just craft on the last, what do you call it, mod. So you want to make sure you get a fractured energy shield. That's why you want energy shield fractured. It can be flat or increased, and increased is better on the Lich's Circlet because it has very high base energy shield. So that is basically how you craft it, and then you just do the implicits. So very easy craft. Just the unveil part can be quite annoying. If you don't get the unveil you want, then you just craft suffixes can't be changed, and you go again. It says item already has a veiled modifier, but you can actually do this. I've done it myself after a failed attempt. This one took me 2 veil orbs to do. When the first one failed, the second one I was able to actually get rid of it. But if something happens and there is a chance that you get 2 prefixes and you fill up your prefixes, then what you can do is you can just make the Searing Exarch. I believe it is dominant, so you give it a higher tier of the red orb, and then you can use the Eldritch Annul. All right, and get rid of. Well, this one is, they're both the same, but anyways, so you just make sure that let's do one of these, grand, and get rid of the annul, right? And then we can just safely annul all the prefixes. So that's kind of how you do it. Very easy to craft, and yeah, I think that is pretty much all that we want to cover in this video. For people who are wondering about simulacrums, so right now I've been leveling in simulacrum for the past I don't know how many leagues, but with the change to the 15 wave simulacrum, right now it takes or one simulacrum at level 98 is 5% XP, as if you're getting 6 waves, sometimes 5, like 5, like 90% to 6 or something, right? So around 6, if you're getting around 6 waves reward bars per wave, you're going to be getting around 5 or a little more 6% XP per simulacrum. So it's 20 simulacrums to 99, and then after that you'll be getting 2.5 per simulacrum, so it'll be 50 simulacrums from 99 to 100. So actually not that bad, considering they take about 15 to 16 minutes if you are pretty fast. So you do the math, you can pretty much do it in a few hours to level 100. Well, not a few hours, but it'll take a day or two. Anyways, so that is the character. As far as that, we're going to be getting the Mage Blood pretty soon, I think. Once I sell everything in my stash, I'll probably get it by today or tomorrow. And then after that, we're going to need to craft the rare gear and probably jump into Valdo's. Unless there's some really fun Magic Find strat, I might try some of that, but probably will go into Valdo's. Right, guys, but that's going to be it for this update. Next one will be once we get the Mage Blood and swap over to that setup, and possibly move the prototype over to the Mercenary and see how that works out. But we'll see what happens, and yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.